Have you ever started learning a language and then a few weeks or months down the line, you just tell yourself that nagging voice of yours keeps telling you that there are simply too many beautiful languages to be learned in this world, and then you end up learning many and achieving nothing? Hi, my name is Luca from Lampariello.com, and today I'm going to talk about the diabolical tendency that we all have to spread ourselves thin and how to deal with it. The internet has changed everything. Now, whenever we want to, we can just go on the internet, surf the internet, and find all the resources we want. If we want to read, write, speak, listen, whatever you want. But the problem is that this wealth of information has actually further exacerbated the tendency that we all have to spread ourselves thin. Jack of all trades, masters of none, as they say in English. So one thing that has really made a difference in my journey of learning 14 languages has been that I stick to one language whenever I start learning it. So whenever I just set a date, I tell myself that for at least 9 months or 12 months, I will stick to that language. And my piece of advice is to create a very strong reminder that you want to stick to that language no matter what happens, no matter which language sirens are going to call you. And I have found out that having post-its on your desktop or the place where you learn every day is great, or also on places that are visible, such as your refrigerator. You can stick a post-it just saying, learn just this language, or maybe just a flag representing the language that you are sticking to. This is really important because the temptations are going to be many, numerous, and you don't want to fall into the trap of starting to learn another language. The reason why sticking to just one language for a period of time has made a huge difference is that it allows me to develop a language core. A language core is an entanglement of many things: experiences, sounds, words, people, and obviously it requires time. Imagine, for example, dating 5 girls or 5 guys at a time. Sure, you have a lot of fun, but the reality is that since we have only so much time, you're literally spreading yourself thin. You're giving yourself to 5 people a little bit, and then at the end you achieve nothing. You're just dating people, but you're not building a relationship. And building a relationship with a language is very similar to building a relationship with a person. At the beginning, you're a little bit uncomfortable because you don't know that person, but then it grows on you. With time, you get to know that person, you get to know yourself through that person. The same thing with language and languages. So keep that in mind and think that you need at least 9 months to 12 months to develop a relationship before moving on, possibly to other relationships. Another key reason why sticking to just one language for a certain period of time is so effective is that it takes time to build habits. So not only building habits in terms of learning, but also in terms of when to learn, how to learn, your overall approach. So it's important that if you just apply this to one language, it allows you to build habits for that specific language that on top of that, you can also reuse and apply to other languages. It's a matter of time, energy, habits. You have to remember that the most important secret, if there is one secret in language learning, is learn every day. If you're trying to learn multiple languages at the same time, or just dabbling in many languages, you run the risk of literally spreading yourself thin, dispersing your energy, and at the end of the day, you won't develop the habits that you need to literally make it happen. You always have to remind yourself that language learning is a marathon. It takes time. You can't run 40, B40, B3, B2 marathons at the time. And this is a very important point to keep in mind. So here you have it. I hope you liked this video, found it useful. And remember, if you want to be serious, if you are serious about learning languages and you want to reach fluency in one language and move on and learn another one, it is really important to stick to one language at a time and form a core, especially because the benefits of speaking a language fluency are immense. And once you speak a language fluently, not only you're going to enjoy the process much more, but this allows you to create the mental and the physical and the cognitive space to learn other languages. If you want to know more about not dabbling with languages, please click on the link in the description box and you will be able to read and listen to a very cool article that my friend and colleague Kevin Morehouse has put together on this fascinating topic. Thank you for listening and see you very, very soon here on YouTube.